Hey, it's me again. All right, so I got my watermelon juice, nice and full. This jar is a little bit too big for my hands. I have to be careful. Can you imagine dropping all of that wonderful, precious watermelon juice and broken glass all over the place? Oh my gosh. It reminds me, it has been such a crazy week. By the way, this is day 26. I'm posting another video. It has been a super crazy week, which is why I haven't posted as much. I came home Wednesday, and I had left from work, that is. I had left Ninja here in the house all day, and unfortunately, I didn't take him for a walk in the morning. He usually saves his bowels and his, pee for our walks, and I didn't take him for a walk, so it was a little bit risky. And it did not pay off in my favor, to say the least. So I got home about 6 o'clock in the evening. I was meeting my lovely friend Kelly here. We were going to take him for a walk and talk, have a nice chat. We're doing like a Bible study together. And so anyway, of course she beat me here because she's always prompt, early, on time, the woman I look up to. And so I got here maybe just 5 after 6. And so I pulled into the house, and she got out of her car. She's like, hey, I didn't know you weren't here. Oh, and by the way, I forgot my phone at home that day, okay? And so she's like, I didn't know you were at home. And so she's like, I was knocking on your door, and I could hear Ninja going all crazy. He was excited and whining and scratching at the door. I'm like, oh, okay. And so I unlocked the door, and of course he's there at the door waiting for me, and excited as can be. And as soon as I walk in, it hits me like a wall. This scent, this horrible stench. And I was like, oh my gosh, I know something happened here. And I'm like, do you smell it? Do you smell it? She's like, no. And she's kind of got some congestion issues, so she doesn't have the best smeller, which she admits. And so I'm now checking out every room. And finally, I end up in the den, which is a room that I don't like him to go into. I don't completely shut it, but I keep it pretty shut. But he of course could go in there if he chose to enter the room. And so I discovered I have this this wrapping paper storage organizer. It's kind of like a bin that you would slide underneath your bed. Well, the entire top lid, which it's kind of indented and has grooves in it, he had somehow lifted his leg and peed all over the lid, and somehow contained all of his urine, which was a lot, on top of that lid. And it just, oh my God, this smell was just horrific. And so I'm like, okay, if I can just get this bin without tipping it over one side or the other, and for it to like overflow like a waterfall over the edge. And so I tried like dragging it out of the room, and soon it hit the threshold into the living area, it started pouring over. And so it was just a nightmare. And then, and then I discovered he had ruined 2 of my blinds, one in the family room and one in the second bedroom. It looked like we think he was trying to escape the house to probably go pee. And so I was mad at him. I was upset. I still took him for a walk, and which was the right thing to do. And he knew I was upset with him, and I didn't spank him or anything. I just was kind of talking sternly at him and giving him bad looks. And ultimately, I know it's my fault. I had a mommy fail, a dog mommy fail. So I just need to make sure that if I'm leaving him at home, that I need to walk him, even if it's just 10 minutes for him to do his thing. So anyway, I totally digress. That's not what I wanted to talk about. I have been needing some like relaxation in my life. And I remember, again, my chiropractor, she's come up again now twice today. When I first started seeing her, she was doing this muscle testing on me, and and what she kind of came up for her was some outlet of creativity or art. And I am not a creative person, and I'm not an artistic person, despite my upbringing with my mother, who's a crafter and sewer and quilter, and she's amazing. And so anyway, I've been in search of something because I do enjoy it. I'm not really great at it. And perhaps I could be decent if I were to practice. So I had found through the farm at South Mountain, and I posted a video a couple weeks ago. I get my weekly CSA from them, but they host a variety of events and activities for families or individuals or kids. And they have this watercolor artist come and teach class. So I signed up for a 4-week watercolor class in February. And the genre or topic of the class is desert landscaping. I'm from Arizona. I'm a desert girl. I love anything cactus, succulents. I just love it. I think they're beautiful. So I was like, heck yeah, I'll sign up. I don't know anything about watercoloring or painting. Probably the last brush I picked up was when I was a kid in kindergarten, preschool, I don't know. So I'm going to show you what I've done so far. And I just had one class last Saturday, and the agenda or objective of the class was to do a color wheel and to begin painting a cactus, something that inspired us on the property. There's a lot of cactus and desert landscaping on the property because we are in Phoenix in the desert after all. So let me show you really quick. Okay, so here's what we got. Let me see if I can turn this little light. Okay, so this was my first attempt at a color wheel, which was pretty bad. First of all, she was talking so fast, and I'm such a perfectionist, and I ended up drawing there were supposed to be 12 pie sections in this circle, okay? I ended up drawing 18 or 20, so I ended up doing a lot of erasing and trying to correct, and you can see my painting technique is horrible here. My coloring is also not that great, so yeah, it was my first time, but I wasn't too happy about it. I was actually quite stressed when this is supposed to be a relaxing thing. And then this is red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. I can't remember what she called this table, and this is her feedback to me. I guess I made an oopsie here. I should have switched these two palettes, I guess. And the idea is that in the middle should be a neutral color as you add red to green and green to red. You meet in the middle and it's neutral. I can't remember what she called this table. And I think these are called complementary colors. So green opposite of red is considered complementary. I think, don't quote me on that. I'm still learning. So anyway, I was just horrified by my efforts here. And so I came home, and she gave us homework to, at least 20 minutes a day, get your brush out and start painting. And so I've been utilizing my dining table here. And last night I ran over to Michael's to get some more paper. And so this is my attempt number 2. And my goodness, so much better. I am so happy. I think my colors are more right on. Violet looks more like violet. Orange looks like orange. So I'm super happy with this. I got the number of pie cutouts right on. Now this, whatever this table is, I'm not sure if I accomplished the objective here or not. The middle, I forgot to label it as neutral. It does look like a neutral. So for example, the neutral for the first row shouldn't look like red, and it shouldn't look like green. And I don't think it looks like either. So I think I accomplished it. Now, and I'll show you my inspiration. This is supposed to be also part of my homework. So obviously you may not be able to tell, but this is supposed to be prickly pear. This is a prickly pear. This is supposed to be a prickly pear. So obviously this is just kind of my first draft at painting it. You can tell some different shades in here. So I need to work on this maybe this evening because I have class tomorrow. So I'll show you a photo of my actual inspiration from the farm at South Mountain. I feel like this is gonna be really great. My grandmother, my mom's mom, God bless her, actually today, February 8th, is the anniversary of her passing. And feeling a little sad, but also just blessed and grateful that my grandma's in heaven and I'll be able to see her again someday. And she was a painter. I don't think she painted in watercolor, maybe like an acrylic or, and so, and my mom is, you know, creative, like I said, so I just feel like this is in my blood somewhere. I gotta find this. And so I'm really excited about this. I did my color wheel and that table last night, and I think maybe for even a couple hours, and it was so relaxing. It was so peaceful. Didn't even have any music playing or anything. It was just quiet. It was quiet and it was beautiful. So I'm really excited about this, and you know, just an attempt to find some inner peace and calm. And I think it's a good thing for me. So all a part of my wellness journey, my juicing and finding some inspiration to kind of practice my creativity. And it's all good. So talk to you later.